Broadcast channel. I'm Brother Jr. alongside
Peter Burns.
And today we have a great baseball matchup here. It is your St. Augustine Hermits going up against the EHG Eagles.
Yeah, so Enrico, the Hermits are coming off of quite the disappointing loss. I was up there Saturday night in Margate City. Great tournament that was put on by everybody up there, so big thanks to them. But the Hermits played Gloucester Catholic, the #1 team in the area, really in the Northeast. I mean, they've been a dominating team. Hermits jump out to a 4-0 lead after a Alex Weingartner bomb into center field, and then it just all went downhill from there. The relief pitching couldn't get it done, and the Hermits only scored 1 run from there. And so the Hermits are coming off a tough loss. I saw some tears. Everyone was really upset about that. They really wanted to win that game. They got to regroup today. EHT's a tough team, historically great baseball program. They're not having their best year, but the Hermits are going to need to be on their A game tonight or today to try and get a win.
Yeah, I think it's about that game too. The Hermits, even with the loss, they look strong. Getting out of the game, leading 5-1, they look strong. The bat was moving. Today, let's hope they hit the same way here.
Yeah, so EHT, like I said, this is not they're 6-5, which is a good season, but it's not their standard of baseball. But still, they're a great team. The Hermits have to watch out for. They've split with Ocean City. You look at their schedule; they've got some big wins, and then they've got some really close losses. So they're right there. And this is a team coming off of a 10-0 loss to Mainland away. Their last time out, they'll be looking to get some revenge. That was 5 days ago. They've got a lot of practice underneath them. That's scary for the Hermits as they come in today. Andrew Wilkinson on the mound. They're saving Jamison Dobis for the Diamond Classic, it looks like. So it'll be Andrew Wilkinson on the mound for the Hermits. He's only had 2 appearances so far this season, but he's been pretty good in that work. So we'll see him get his first starting role of the season.
Speaking of that Diamond Classic, both teams start the tournament on Wednesday. Hermits will go out and play Vineland, while the Eagles will play Audubon.
Yeah, so the Hermits play Vineland. That's a good matchup for them. I think they should pretty easily clean that up. But as we saw last time out in the Diamond Classic, and this is why Jamison Dobis didn't pitch Saturday night, which I think confused some Hermits fans, because obviously you want to see your ace on the mound in your biggest game of the season. But the Hermits didn't want to be eliminated in the first round of the Diamond Classic like they were against Washington Township a year ago. And so they're saving their ace from this game, tomorrow's game, and that Gloucester Catholic game for that, because that's really important. The Diamond Classic, obviously the South Jersey tournament.
Yeah, me and you were both there for Washington Township game. That was not a fun way to end.
No, it was not. It was pretty painful to end that way, pretty early on to a team that we were much better than, as being the eventual state champions. Just some quick stats for Andrew Wilkinson, the starting pitcher for the Hermits. He's thrown 56 pitches this season through 3 1/3 innings of work. He's given up a hit, 2 runs. He's got 2 errors, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts with a 4.2 ERA. So some solid work for him. This will be his first lengthy starting position. His outings were away against Hamilton and away against Lenape.
Leading off for Eagles now is DJ Williams, catcher. He's going old school, no batting gloves.
Yeah, we saw that in our last game against Ocean City. I'm not a fan of the way it looks, and that's got to hurt, man.
So here's now the first pitch away, and inside for strike 1.
Good pitch. Low in the zone. There's no way he's swinging on that if that's the first pitch you're going to throw.
Wilkinson now kicks, deals. Here's a pitch. And hit, and it will get through the gap, and it will be a base hit for DJ Williams to start out the game.
Yeah, and fastball up in the zone, and he just goes and gets that. I think that's what the pitch he was looking for, was that fastball. It'll be Cagna up to bat. It'll be interesting. We were talking about saving pitchers. It'll be interesting to see who relieves today for the Hermits after Wilkinson. Andrew comes out of the game. The Hermits are 10-2, have not lost in the Cal yet.
Wilkinson kicks, steals, and it's inside for strike 1.
Good breaking ball. shows him the fastball twice in that first at-bat, gets the hit off of the second one, and now he throws that breaking ball, catches a part of the zone.
Looks now, kicks, deals, and it is low for ball one. Oh.
Yeah, low pitch in front of the plate. Not going to get a swing on that one, not that early in the count at least.
Here's now the 1-1 pitch. It's in, and a swing and a miss. Strike two.
Ooh, good pitch. So yeah, the Hermits lost 14-5 in that Gloucester Catholic game that went until like midnight 15. I was out there. It was a long game. It'll be interesting to see how the Hermits bounce back.
Here's now the 1-2 pitch, and it will be a chopper to second base. There's one. Arachi now will hold it, so they get one out at second.
Yeah, Cagna, the first runner, he makes that play by getting off of his bat so fast. I mean, it's a dribbler. That should be two, especially for a player like Arachi, or for players like Arachi and Jackson up the middle. Our middle infield, probably one of the better ones in South Jersey, maybe even in the state. Rutgers commit and an Old Dominion commit. But Cagna makes that play by his fast base running, and they only get one.
Now it's Jack Conroy, the pitcher. Looks at kick, steals, and it is low for ball one.
Just a tad low, but he was looking to catch that inside corner of the plate. Conroy bats 345 on the season.
Looks now, kick, steals, and it is hit up in left field. It is caught.
Nice catch by Peacock. He didn't have any work in that game against GC. I was standing out on that left field line. I think he maybe had one play, which was a grounder that he picked up. He didn't do much. Makes the out there on Conroy. Just keep with the runner on first.
Up now, Eli Casey. Looks and kick, steals, and is low for ball one.
That had some below on it. Heard the pop of the glove. It's a lefty bat facing the righty arm of Wilkinson.
Here's a 1-0. Steal plays a chopper foul.
Yeah, lucky that one's foul. If it went up the line fair, I think that would have scored the run. Cagna's a fast runner. Didn't get a great hop on that, though, Cagna. He was only, like, right in front of second base before the umpire called it foul.
So here's the 1-1, and it is high for a ball.
Yeah, breaking ball didn't break as much as he would have liked to. Looks like that breaking ball is a curveball, I think. At least that's one of the breaking balls he has.
Here's the 1-2. Grounded to second base, and it is a ground out here. So Hermits get the 3 outs with only 12 pitches. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first.
No errors, leaving one. Pitch count for Wilkinson, 12. First inning.
We are back here, Richmond,
Shortstop,
for the bottom of the first. Up now for the Hermits is Joey Irachi.
Yeah, he's going to face off against. He's going to face off against Conroy, the pitcher for EHT. We saw him bat in the top half of this inning. It's Jackson Conroy. We saw him bat in the top half of this inning. I think he grounded one to second. Conroy has only thrown 1 1/3 innings this year. He's given up, in those 1 1/3, he gave up a hit and 2 runs. He did have 4 Ks, however. Only thrown 31 pitches on the season. This is an interesting move for a team that's been rested, but I think they're also waiting for that Vineland game. That Audubon game, their Diamond Classic matchup.
Pitches by Conroy is a swing and a miss, strike 1.
Irachi pitched against Gloucester Catholic. He gave up that grand slam just as he entered the game. The only runner on base that was his responsibility was the batter.
It's a pitch up high for ball 1.
When he gave up the grand slam, and that's sort of when the tides turned for Gloucester. Did bat pretty well. I believe he had at least 1 hit.
Conroy kicks, deals, and it is away for strike 2.
Yeah, that was a slow off-speed pitch. I would have liked Irachi to swing, but then again, that had a lot of movement on it. Clearly get some good motion. It looked like it was going almost left to right and down as well. So
here's now the 1-2, and it is inside for strike 3.
yeah, that off-speed was working for him in that first at-bat.
Second baseman, Brady
Up now, Brady Jackson for the Hermits.
Yeah, this Hermits 1, 2, 3, 4 has done really well for them this season. It's Jackson, the Old Dominion commit, playing second base.
Conroy kicks, steals, and it's in there for strike 1. Looks like the third base playing in a little bit.
Yeah, way in. He's on the infield grass. I don't know if they've seen something on film that the Hermits do that, ground it to the left side like that a lot, but that's interesting.
Here's a pitch. And it's a pop-up in the shallow right field, and it will drop in. Jackson rounding second now, and he will have a stand-up triple. The lead off for the Hermits right here.
Well, Brady Jackson has a lot of speed on him, being the second baseman and all, and he's just a fast player, getting around the bases there. The hit, he roped it out to left field, or right field, I should say, and it looked like it could have been an easy out for the outfield. I don't know if he got a bad hop. I didn't really see, but the ball just kind of like eluded his glove. He had his glove out there, and it just kind of eluded his glove, fell down, and then he had trouble picking it up. That gives Jackson the time to round second and come into third.
Up now, Alex Weingartner
for a runner in scoring position for the Hermits.
Here's a pitch, and it's away for strike 1.
It's interesting. This Conroy throws a lot of that off-speed pitch. I don't think we've seen many fastballs at all through these first 3 batters.
Looks like he's tying his shoes now.
Never understood that in baseball. I don't know how you don't, or any sport, how do you don't come with your shoes tied?
Here's that the 0-1.
There's that fastball.
It's away for strike 2. Conroy, I thought it was a strikeout right there because he's walking forward a little bit.
That's just a second.
Here's the 0-2, and it's away for ball.
That was close. That was close to the strike zone for Weingartner. Weingartner hit that 2-run home run in the first that gave the Hermits quite the 4 spot in the top half of that inning. It looked like the Hermits might even run away with it against Gloucester Catholic Saturday.
It's a 1-2, and a swing and a miss, strike 3.
Yeah, that off speed is nasty. But the way he throws it and how much he throws it, if the Hermits can sort of get an eye on it, I think they'll be fine.
Up now, Marco Christopher.
Christopher started out the season really hot. Looking to carry the hot hand. The LaSalle commit for the Hermits.
Conroy kicks, deals,
Ooh.
and is a chopper back to the pitcher, and it will be an out at first. So the Hermits leave one at third. We will now head to top of the second. Score 0-0.
For the Hermits in the first, no runs on one hit, no errors leaving one. Pitch count for Conroy, 11.
He threw 11 pitches? There's no way.
Craig Harbor Township at the top.
And we are back here at the top of the second.
Designated hitter Justin Peralta.
Now it's Justin Peralta.
Yeah, the DH. He's only got 4 at-bats this season, batting .250 in them. It'll be Andrew Wilkinson on the mound. Threw 12 pitches in that first inning. Gave up a hit, but no runs.
Wilkinson kicks, steals. It's up high for a ball.
Meanwhile, the Hermits had a runner on third with 1 away in that bottom of the first. He couldn't get anything out of it. That's unfortunate.
Here's the pitch, and a swing and a miss right there.
Whew, Peralta was way off of that pitch from Wilkinson. I mean, it's a swingable pitch, but he was just way early.
Wilkinson now kicks, steals. And it looks like he did go right there. Now 1-2.
Yeah, I was going to say he went around that. I think that's a pitch he should have swung at.
Wilkinson now kicks, steals.
Ooh.
And away for ball 2.
From where we were, that looked like a strike. Very close to the zone at the very least.
Here's another pitch. And it's in there. Strike 3.
A good fastball down the middle. Peralta strikes out looking. It'll be interesting to see how the Hermits respond to adversity. You know, they lost their right fielder, Gabe Gillespie, who had been giving them a lot of production at bat. And more importantly, he had been in that right field position from at least, you know, sort of the early parts of last season. And so they're gonna switch some things around. They had Soupy and Tanzola sort of both playing that right field position. Even against Gloucester Catholic, Tanzola had to come in. Soupy made 2 errors out there. So it'll be, but then Tanzola also made an error. And you know, I just think that right field is going to be interesting to see what the Hermits.
That's a fly ball to right field, and it's caught by Soupy.
I was saying it's going to be interesting to see what the Hermits do out there. You know, I think the Hermits like Soupy out there for his bat, but fielding-wise, I think they like Tanzola better. So it'll be interesting sort of to see what they do, you know, out there in right field, because that's a position that hasn't been open for a while in open competition, and mid-season that's tough to have 2 guys that you want to play there. It looks like Soupy will probably be the guy that sticks out there, but, you know, it's sort of interesting.
Here's pitch by Wilkinson, and it's a fly It will go foul.
Whoa.
Nearly hit the truck over there.
Coach Rick, watch out for your truck. I think that's Coach Rick's truck. That is a nice truck. I would not want that getting hit. Nice Ford F-150, all black. Oh.
Here's down the 0-1. And it's high for a ball.
You know, if I had a nice truck, I don't know if I'd park it right behind the varsity baseball field.
No, that's why I don't park my car over here sometimes. I don't want a foul ball going to hit it. Here's a pitch. And it's low for a ball.
You know, if they want to hit my car, that would be greatly appreciated. My car is not exactly in the best condition or even the best car, but... Wilkinson's looked good at this inning.
Here's down to 2-1. It's away for ball 3. Here's now 3-1. And it will be a walk.
2-out walk is sort of the, you know, it's sort of one of those things where if something comes of it, it's like you look back at it and you're like, oh, man, I had a 2-out walk and that sort of started them on something. If nothing comes of it, it's like, oh well, 2-out walk, you know. It's one of those things. It's the weird thing about baseball. You can have those sort of plays where those plate appearances where it's like it's either super consequential or it's like a little bump in the road. Nobody really cares.
Up now, Mike Baxter. Here's a pitch. Shows bunt. But it will be ball 1. So he pulled back right in time.
Yeah, they're looking to play a little small ball, it looks like. Baxter bats 179 on the season.
Yeah, pitch by Wilkinson, and it'll be a wild pitch, and looks like he will go to second over there.
Yeah, they get a runner in scoring position. Little 2-out risk. Baxter's only walked once this season. Let's hope I didn't jinx that. Uh-oh.
Here's down to 2-0. It will be third ball.
I'm sorry, Andrew, if I just jinxed you.
You know, Pete, you did it during Salisbury, too, where you said Wilkinson has been doing great this inning, and now he's thrown
I did,
5 straight balls in
I?
a row.
Yeah.
Here's a pitch by Wilkinson, and it's in there for strike 1. There you go, you ended your streak. See, that's the opposite of now Jinx right there.
We're okay. We're okay.
Here's down to 3-1. Wilkinson kicks, deals, and it will be a walk.
EHT's dugout's getting a little into it. Trying to urge it on their guys.
Chris Ford the third.
Be Chris Ford the third, climbing in, right fielder.
Man now on first and second.
Ford, the lefty bat, only bats .222 on the season. Has only had 9 plate appearances. He's also rocking the no gloves today.
Wilkinson now kicks, steals, and it is low for ball 1.
Good frame job there by Lloyd, but it was out of the zone.
Here's another 1-0, and it'll be popped up to, and it will go foul, looks like.
Yeah, left field line. Not to shout myself out, but I made one of those catches yesterday. I was up at Assumption, my college, for their spring game, and we were watching the baseball game. Little fly, lazy fly ball to left field, standing by the fence, made the grab. Proud of myself.
You know, it's one thing I've never done at a baseball game. I never got a foul ball or a home run ball. Here's on the pitch, and it'll be popped up, and looks like that one will go foul too.
Yeah, he's all over that pitch. He's looking to get one. He's looking to put one of these runners. He's looking to put one of these runners home, swinging hard. Be interesting to see if he can get on top of one.
Here's now the 1-2. And it's up high for a ball. It makes it 2-2.
I like that idea by Wilkinson. I mean, he's all over. He's all over you. He's swinging for the fences. You want to give him one to look at before you go back to work in the zone, especially with how much room you had to play there.
Here's now the 2-2. And it'll be 2 high. Makes it a full count.
Runner will go with 2 away.
Here's a full count pitch. It is up high for a walk. Bases loaded now.
Bases are
Catcher
juiced.
DJ
And we'll bring
Williams.
top of the lineup with DJ Williams now.
Lloyd will go out to have a chat with Wilkinson, calm him down a little bit. Hermits enter the Diamond Classic. Enrico, any predictions for the tournament? Any winners you have? Obviously, I think we're obviously pulling for the Hermits. We'll see who comes out on top. I think it's going to be Hermits GC in the final again.
So I hope it is that.
I would love to see that.
I think the Hermits neither get back against GC. Here's the pitch. And it'll be a bouncer chop foul.
I'd like to see Wilkinson throwing off speed soon. So it's Williams batting. He's got 32 plate appearances. He bats .375, only a .406 slugging percentage. Got no homers on the season, so don't want to say the grand.
It's pitching. It's up high. So 1-1.
Don't want to say a grand slam's out of the question, but he hasn't hit one yet. He's walked 4 times in the season, and he's been hit by pitch thrice.
Here's the other 1-1. And
There's
it's in
that
there.
off speed. I like that pitch a lot on the inside corner of the zone.
Makes it count 1-2.
This is a huge pitch here.
Here's now the 1-2. And it is up high. It's 2-2.
Bases are juiced. Williams also rocking no batting gloves from the right side of the plate, the batter's box.
Here's a 2-2 approach. And it's up high. Makes it full.
All right, don't want to walk him here. Got to put something in the zone. Monumental pitch.
Here's the pitch. It will be top second base. Fielded by Jackson, and it will get the ground out. Good save there by Jackson. Getting the out. Eagles lead 3.
No runs,
We'll be right back
no errors, leaving the bases
for bottom of the
loaded.
second.
Wilkinson's pitch count is 4.
We're back here for bottom of the second now. Up now is Joey Peacock.
Joe Peacock, left fielder. You know, big inning from EHT. They, had 3 walks, got the bases juiced for Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets out of the jam. Hermits will look to continue that momentum. That's one of those times when momentum can get on your side. It's when your pitcher gets out of a jam like that. Can fire up the offense.
Here's that a pitch. And it's up high for ball 1.
That one was at Joe's head, or at least the level of his head. It wasn't near his head, just at his head level. So it'll be 5, 6, 7 for the Hermits.
1-0 is low for strike 1.
Good pitch. Caught the edge of the zone there. I don't know if Peacock thought it was a strike, but it was in there.
Conroy kicks, deals, and it pop up and it's caught in left field.
Yeah, he roped that one to left field. He got a great contact, but just not enough power, and the left fielder was right under it.
Third baseman Alex Bersani.
Up now is Alex Bersani.
Playing third baseman, I think he's been very good defensively this season. Offensively, great as well. Hit that grand slam against Del Barton in the state championship last year.
Conroy kicks, steals, and it'll be away for ball 1.
Hermits 8-0 in the Cal. They'll look for a Cal championship as well as a Diamond Classic 1.
It's a 1-0. Pop up and it looks like it'll go foul.
Heads up. Into the woods. Looked like a kid over there with a glove wanted to make the catch. Fortunately, sailed a little bit for him.
Here's now the 1-1. And it's up high for a ball.
Bersani batting 143 on the season. Got 18 runs that he scored. I think that actually leads the team. Yes, it does. He's walked 13 times. I think that average is a tad bit deceiving.
It's a pitch and it's a wave. He's now 3-1.
Wish NJ.com would show the more important stat, OBS. Or OBP, sorry. On base percentage. I prefer to look at that than average.
Here's now 3-1. And it's in there for strike 2. Makes it full.
That's an important strike from Conroy. Down 3-1 to your first or your second batter this inning after letting Peacock at least get good contact on that last one. You don't want to let a runner aboard with 1 away.
Conroy now kicks, steals. We popped up, it's like it would go foul.
It's the second time he's fouled 1 away. Bersani's got the pitch. He's just got to get on time with it.
Here's now the pitch on a 3-2. And it will be in there for strike 3.
Bersani was a little bit on top of the plate. He made that little shuffle move away from it, and he thought he could get it, but the off-speed pitch got some motion in towards the plate, and the ump called it a strike.
Up now it's DJ Lloyd.
Lloyd had a hit against Gloucester Catholic. Catcher. Lloyd's been hot lately. Started the season a little slow.
Conroy now kicks, steals.
That has some movement from Conroy. Wow. It didn't catch the zone, but wow, that slider has some movement to it.
Honestly, I thought it was a strike right there, but hey, it's a ball. It's 1-0 count right here.
Lloyd now batting .233. Like I said, he struggled early, so that's an inflated number recently.
Here's the pitch. It's up high. Makes it 2-0.
It's got a 2-0 count. Conroy's gone 2 up, 2 downs to start this inning.
Here's a 2-0.
Whoa.
And it was up high over his head for to make it ball 3.
Yeah, the off speed there had no movement to it. So Lloyd will climb in. He's got the green light for you, or with 2 away? No.
He was out 3-0. And it was
Well, I thought
there
that
for
was
strike
out.
1, yeah.
Now, do you give the batter a green light there if he's 3-0, 2 away?
No.
Nothing game? No. Traditional guy. I give him a green light. I give everyone a green light on 3-0. Pitcher's going to try and throw a strike.
Here's out 3-1. And it'll be popped up foul.
Watch that hot dog cart. Never mind, far.
Watch that the guy just walking over there, the AirPods in.
Yeah. He was nonchalant. He didn't, no movement to it. He just walked right past it like nothing happened. Nearly got a concussion.
Full count now. Here's a pitch. And it will be a liner. It will drop in there for a base hit.
Wow, Lloyd was all over that. I mean, a great at-bat from both players. Conroy to climb back from down 3-0. Nice eye from Lloyd to start out, and then he was on top of that pitch after fouling one off towards the rugby field.
Now it's Will Childs.
Hank Biglin will come in to courtesy run for Lloyd with 2 away so we can get ready to possibly catch next inning. Or not to possibly catch. He will catch next inning. It's just whether or not it'll come sooner rather than later. Yeah, Lloyd roped that one into center field. Childs. Ready bat out of Hamilton.
Here's out a pitch. It'll be away for a ball.
Childs also plays first base when Weingartner's pitching. Played first base all of last game against Gloucester Catholic.
Here's the 1-0. It'll be low.
Yeah, the off speed fell off a little too much.
Makes that 2 now.
See if the Hermits have any 2-out magic in them.
Here's a 2-0 pitch. It'll be popped up. Popped up in the deep right field, and it will be caught for the 3rd out.
Right fielder had a little trouble with that one.
Hermits leave 1 on first. And we'll be right back for top of 3rd. Still 0.
Harbor Township.
And we are back here at Richland for top of the 3rd.
Cagna.
It'll be Cagna climbing in. He got on base his first time up. Comes the Hermits. Wilkinson will stay on the mound. Worked himself into and out of a bases loaded jam in the top of the second. So he'll climb back aboard for the third. No bullpen motion yet for the Hermits, although
Looks like Tanzula is starting to warm up a little bit.
that's what I was about to say.
As it popped up to deep right field.
Uh-oh.
It will be gone.
Wow. Cagna was all over that one.
So the first score on the board today is for Jay Cagna and EHG Eagles.
When you said popped up to right field, I was, I almost said in my head, like, that's not popped up. That was driven. Wind's blowing out. It's hard to hit a home run here. I think we were just talking to Mr. Morris before the game. The power alleys are what, 375?
I think so.
That was right to the power alley. He smoked that one. You saw both Christopher and Soupy look over their heads.
Here's another pitch. It's popped up foul.
Watch out. It's on to the rugby field. They're practicing. Off to a great start for their season.
Yeah, and next week they had one of their biggest games for CBA.
I think we'll be there.
I think it is me and you in the game.
I think it's a Thursday night action, a little Thursday night action.
Yep.
EHT will look to put some more damage on the board after Cagna's homer.
Here's now the 0-1. We'll be in there, strike two.
Trying to check Cagna's stats because that might be his first. I don't doubt it's his first of the season. I know Cagna's pretty good. That's his 7th of the season. Wow. I don't know if they're keeping a Cape Atlantic League stat tracker or a home run race like they do in the MLB, but he's got to be up there.
Here's the pitch. And it'll be grounded to second base, and they will get the ground out of there.
Yeah, routine ground out for the Hermits. That's what's needed after giving up the homer. Don't want to give up anything like crazy.
Eli Casey.
Shout out to the food over from Not Your Average Wiener, the hot dog truck. We just saw some nachos from Nico Paches, who's doing some camera work, and they look pretty good. I think Cagna bats .531, and he slugs .125. Whew. That's 1.25, I should say.
Here's another pitch. It's up high. Good catch there by Lloyd.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check if Cagna's committed somewhere because sorry that we don't know that in advance, but I would assume he's probably is. He is.
Now one of Casey has popped up. And it will be caught by Peacock.
Cagna's committed to Canisius.
Excuse me.
Canisius, sorry.
Caught by Christopher.
Designated hitter Justin Peralta.
Up now Peralta.
Wilkinson's done a good job to get 2 routine outs.
Wilkes now kicks, steals, and it's away for a ball.
I believe Peralta struck out in his first appearance.
Wilkson kicks, steals, and it's in there for a strike.
That had some velo to it. He ran that one up there. Good fastball.
Here's another 1-1 pitch. It's away for a ball.
Wilkinson's looking like he's settling in a little bit. Peralta, like I mentioned, batting .250. He's only had 4 plate appearances.
As there's a swing and miss right there, it makes it 2-2. Peralta will call time now.
Well, it's 2s across the board up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Both teams have 2 hits.
Here's another pitch. And it's low. Makes it 4 now.
Off speed. Couldn't catch the zone. Big pitch here for Wilkinson.
Here's another pitch. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3.
Caught a little bit of it, but it was foul tipped right back into the glove.
Yep.
Greg Harbor Township in the third.
And with that now,
Hit, no errors,
EHT will take the lead 1-0 with the home run. We'll be right back for bottom of the third.
He's so far away from it.
And we are back here for the bottom of the third inning. Now it's Ethan Soupy.
Half of the third inning. Right fielder Ethan Soupy.
Well, I just got to give credit to Ethan Soupy. Great taste in music. Some Green Day for his walk-up song. I like it. Big Green Day fan myself. Looks like both teams have some guys warming up, at least bullpen-wise. I haven't seen Tanzola go down to throw, although he was stretching out a little bit. EHT does have somebody full-on throwing in their bullpen.
Is that pitch by Conroy? And it's in there for a strike.
So Soupy started out the season really mostly working on his pitching. He didn't really get into the game much to bat, only in like relief and like certain appearances, I should say. Now has a full-time batting role in right field.
Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike.
Soupy, one of those guys that has extreme power. Just got to make contact with it.
Here's now the 0-2. And it's up high for a ball.
One nothing game after the home run from Kagana for the deep right center field.
Here's a pitch. And it's up high.
There's another one of those breaking balls of his that break quite a bit towards the plate, and you know that one, obviously not really close to the zone, but looked like it was breaking right back towards the center of the plate.
Here's out a 2-2. And it's popped up foul.
Way to foul that one off and stay alive.
Not sure where that one went.
I think that one went right into the woods. I don't think it even crested over the tree line. Yeah, that one did look like it just kind of went and disappeared.
Here's now a 2-2. And it's up high. Makes it full.
Great take from Soupy. That was close to the zone. Left-hand bat here. Looking to respond a little bit. Conroy, this is the second time he's tying his right shoe.
Here's a 3-2. And it's popped up.
Pitcher's under it.
And looks like the third base drops it. The third
Wow.
baseman will drop it, so Asubi will get on first.
That's one of those plays. That's probably the hardest play in baseball, in my opinion, is when you get a really high pop-up, which that was, straight up into the air. You're always going to struggle with that, especially here in Richland. There's quite a bit of wind, and it's just going to move around, knuckle up there. And when it eventually falls, you got guys all around the infield converging on it, and it's like, who's got this? And then once they've got it, it's about putting the glove on it. And it looked like the pitcher, Conroy, was under it for the longest time and then moved right out of the way for Peralta. And he couldn't make the catch. A little break for the Hermits and Soupy. Bring up the top of the order. Hirachi struck out his first time at bat.
Here's a bunt, but steal by Soupy, and he will get there safely.
That's a great steal from Soupy. Got a good lead. If I'm EHT, I don't know if I'm getting fooled by Joe Hirachi showing bunt. He's not. He's probably one of the Hermits' better hitters. I don't know if I would bunt him at all in any situation for the Hermits. Nevertheless, 1-0 ball game in the third inning.
Here's a pitch, and it's breaking ball. Too much in. Makes it 2-0.
Also, a shout out to Soupy. That is his first stolen base of the season. So shout out to Soupy. Like I said, he wasn't getting regular plate appearances until the injury, so that would explain why he doesn't have a stolen base. But
Here's that 2-0.
oh, good take.
And Soupy will get the third safely. So he steals second and then third.
He'll add a 2 to that column, at least for now. Let's hope for a third at some point today. A little small ball, though, by the Hermits to get him around to third. Some stolen bases, a fake bunt from Hirachi. Now Hirachi has a 3-0 count as well.
Here's a pitch on 3-0, and it's in there for a walk.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to pitch around Hirachi. Didn't want him hitting, especially once he had the 2 open bases.
Second baseman Brady Jackson.
Now it's Brady Jackson.
Although with the way the Hermits' top of the order is, I don't know if you want to pitch around anyone because they're all dangerous. All the men on base are very fast runners. Batter Jackson. Man on first, Hirachi. Man on third, Soupy.
Here's another pitch. Oh. Ball's grounded shortstop. They get one out with Jackson.
Well, that was a little hit and run from Hirachi. He went right as Jackson swung to avoid the double play threat, which will move Hirachi to second. He had a good play there because if you give up the double play, yeah, you get the run, but then you lose any hopes of damage later in the inning.
Hey, but they get the run in, and they still have the runner in scoring position now. Score is now tied 1-1. With only one out.
Big grounder from Jackson.
Up now is Weingartner. Here's the pitch, Conroy. And it'll be grounded to shortstop. He can't field it cleanly. And Weingartner will get there safe.
Well, that's a poor play from the shortstop. He can't field the ball cleanly, and so he can't make the play at second because Hirachi was off the bag, and then over at first he does make the play on a Weingartner. So a play that
call.
Yeah, I was gonna say a play that doesn't hurt the Hermits. Hermits first base coach wanted it to be safe. I think Weingartner wanted it to be safe too. I can't remember if he made the call or not, but he's out. So a good play from EHT defensively, holds the runner and gets the out at first.
Here's another pitch. It'll be in there for strike one. Now it's Marco Christopher.
Well, the breaking ball hasn't lost any of its movement. Still getting it in there for strikes.
Here's pitch by Conroy.
Ooh,
And it looks like he'll hit him.
plunked him. You know, that is the softest plunk, at least with a hit. I don't think there was any noise.
I'm not sure.
It was like
I
hitting a
think there-
pillow.
Yeah,
Left fielder Joey Peacock.
it's like he hit all pad right there. So,
Yeah.
hey, we have Mark Christopher on first, Arachi now at second, and up now is Peacock. So, hope the Hermits can do some damage right here.
Peacock flew out to left field, I believe, in his first at bat.
Here's another pitch. A fastball. That ball is in shallow center field, and it will drop in there for a base hit.
Get to the fence.
1 run will score. 2 runs will score. Peacock will get in there for a standing double.
Wow, that's that game-changing type of play. That is game-changing. Like I said, he roped his first ball. It just was right into the fielder. The fielder was just standing in the right position, right place, right time. Ropes this one. No one in the power alley. Falls down in the gap. He gets 2 of the runs because of the fast base runners, and he moves up to second. With 2 away, that's huge. The Hermits go from being down 1 to 1. Now they take a lead, although the umpires are talking about something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
I think the EHT coach is out of his dugout. He's got to be complaining about something, right? Right?
I'm not sure what there would be. It was a.
I don't know. Now the shortstop's coming up to talk to the pitcher. What are they trying to say? He didn't touch first?
Third baseman
Who knows?
Alex Bersani.
Yeah, umpires can be weird sometimes. So can managers. That's the one thing about baseball. You don't get to really know what they're complaining about. Football, you can pretty easily tell. Same with basketball. You know what play they're complaining about, but we have no clue what they were just complaining about.
It's Bersani.
That is smoked.
It's hit, and it's caught in center field. Hermits leave 1. The thing is, they get 3 in that inning. Now lead 3-1. We will see you
For
in the
Hermits
top
in
of the
third,
4th. We'll
3
be right
runs on
back.
2 hits. No errors, leaving 1. Pitch count for Conroy, 47.
And we are back here originally over the top of the 4th.
Well, Andrew Wilkinson has some
Leading off break,
run
Robert
considerations now. He's got some cushion to work with.
First baseman,
3-1
Austin
lead. Both
Fisher.
teams get some runs in the 3rd inning, but the Hermits get more.
Up now is Austin Fisher.
EHTs came off of a Cagna homer. Hermits played some small ball to get runners in scoring position.
Pitch by Wilkinson has popped up. Looks like it will go out and foul.
Uh-oh, they're calling heads. Watch out, rugby. Don't need a rugby player getting hit by a ball.
Yeah, especially with states coming up. You don't want that.
No. They're going for another state championship.
Here's at the 0-1. And it's in there for strike 1. Excuse me, strike 2.
So Wilk will be back out on the mound, on the bump, giving up 1 run, 2 hits on the day. He's played pretty well considering.
Here's now the 0-2. A little bit of chopper. Field by Jackson, and he will get the out right there.
That's that middle infield defense we've talked about quite a bit between Arachi and Jackson, two of the better fielders in South Jersey, and that's a nice play because Wilkinson can't get off the bump quick enough to make the play. You saw he tried to get his glove down, couldn't get it there, and Jackson needed to make that play, and at the worst avoid the error, but at best make the play, and he makes the play, which is huge for the Hermits to get that first out here. Sometimes after your team gets run assurance, the first out's the hardest one to get.
As we ball one for Salisbury now. There's a 1-0. It'll be a swing and a miss. Strike two. Strike one.
There's a couple of Hermits, I think a bunch of Hermits JV players running around. I don't know what they're doing.
Maybe they got in trouble or something. Who knows?
That's a good point.
Here's on the 1-1. It's in there. Strike two.
Yeah. Caught him looking on that fastball. That had some velo to it. Can run that fastball up there when he wants to. Wilk working with a 1-2 count and one away.
Wilson kick steals.
He was all over that one down the left field line.
Looks like that will be a hit against the wall. Fielded, and it will be a stand-up double now for Salisbury.
Well, he was a little bit early on that pitch, but all over it. And he pulls it out to left field.
Center fielder Mike Baxter.
That was Baxter.
Well, here you go. You get the one out, but now you got the runner in scoring position for Baxter.
Wilson kick steals. It's outside for a ball.
There you go. Get that fastball going. At the plate, Baxter bats 179.
Here's the pitch. It'll be a wild pitch.
Uh-oh.
Salisbury will be at third now.
Baxter was the man batting when there was bases loaded in that. Was that the second inning? First inning?
Second, I think.
Second, yes.
Here's that 2-0. Pitch up high. It's 3-0.
Still no green light for the batter? Your opinion, Enrico?
No, especially since there was a walk right there. You don't need the big hits all the time. Sometimes a walk would help. Sometimes
I'm a Cubs fan, man. With the way we play these days, I'm always looking for the big hit.
Well, you guys have been beating the Phillies.
Nah, that was a rough series. I don't want to talk about it.
Didn't you guys win like 3 of them?
We won one. It was
just one?
One out of 3, yeah. Lefty batter.
Shows bunt.
That's a strike, right? I don't think he pulled that away in time. I don't know.
I think he did. It will be called a ball.
It'll be a ball, but I don't know. Definitely pulled it away late.
Here's that 1-0. Shows bunt again. It'll be pop foul.
So it looks like he will bunt regardless.
Honestly,
Very
impressive how that bunt went that high.
Yeah, I think he got way under it. Caught the top part of the bat. Want to get on top of it with a bunt.
Too high for a pickoff play right there. You will stay safe.
Yeah, I like the idea with the pickoff there from Wilk. The runner's off the bag quite a bit with the bunt coming, and he can get it. We just saw he got it over there with some speed. He just, if that's on target, maybe Weingartner has a chance to put the tag on.
Here's that 1-1 pitch. Shows bunt again.
Whew.
It'll be popped
Just
foul.
bounced over the fence into the woods.
Do you think he goes bunt here again on the 1-2?
On a 1-2 after fouling the past two bunt attempts off. No, I don't go bunt. I'm taking regardless of what this is.
Oh, so now you take the pitches.
Now I take the pitches. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think he's going to throw a ball here to try and get him to bunt through it.
Let's find out. Here's the 1-2. 2 steals. Call it strike 3.
Well, I guess I was right that he was going to take it.
That works, I guess.
Take it. Take the strike out.
Catcher
Strikes him
DJ
out, looking
Williams.
into backwards K for the second out. Runner moves from first to second. They've got 2 runners in scoring position.
Up now, DJ Williams.
Williams, the top of the order man. See if Wilk can get out of this.
Here's the pitch. It's low for a ball. Man, second and third now.
Manager for EHT talking to his guys in the dugout, trying to get some energy going.
Wilson kick, steals. He's in there for a strike.
That's another good pitch. It's a big at bat for Williams and for Wilkinson on the mound.
Like Tanzil will be heading to the bullpen now.
That makes sense.
It's a pitch. It's in there for strike 2. 1-2 now.
I would expect him to have some time before he has to go into the game. Shout out to Aiden Flanagan, Hermits Broadcasting Elite, heading down there to bullpen catch.
Here's now the 1-2. It'll be chopper foul.
I thought that was going to be a swing and a miss when he first started to swing that bat.
Would you take this now, Pete, since it's 1-2?
1-2 with 2 away. No. Especially with Williams being the top of the order man. No, I'm swinging. Outfield is back. Lloyd will take time. I like that.
Here's another pitch. And it will be popped up.
That's going to be a blooper.
Yeah.
Or not.
It will be caught by Arashi. He gets the out. He gets a third out. The Eagles there will leave 2 guys in score position. They score 0 there. Your Hearts still lead 3-1. We will be right back.
Pitch count for Wilkinson.
And we are back here for the bottom of the fourth inning now. Up now is DJ Lloyd.
7-hole hitter for the Hermits. Like we've said, he's been hot recently. Started out the season with, I think, a .083 the last home game I did before we went on a little away stretch, and he got hot, and now he's batting .222, I want to say off the top of my head. Looks to add to the Hermits' lead. They're up 3-1. I believe we've got a pitching change, although it could still be Conroy.
I think it still is Conroy out there.
There was a guy in the bullpen for a while, but he looks like he's still down there.
Here's the pitch, and it will be low for a ball.
Yeah, it is Conroy, and there's still a man down in the bullpen for EHT. It's been down there for like 2 innings, dude.
Gotta assume this is Conroy's last inning.
Yeah, if he can get out of it.
Here's how the pitch. It'll be low for a ball. Makes it 2-0.
Beautiful day for some baseball here in Richland. Barely any wind, which is rare. Very, very rare at LeVare Field. Got to be in the upper 70s.
Here's the pitch. And up high for ball 3.
Finally getting warm, Enrico.
Yeah. My pool of it today, I'm very happy with that now.
Nice, nice. Mine opens in a couple weeks.
Here's how the pitch. And inside for ball 4.
4-pitch walk. That's not how you want to start out the inning if you're HT. For the Hermits, that's huge for Lloyd.
Will Childs.
Will Childs, the DH, batting in the 8-hole.
For catcher DJ Lloyd is number 10, Hank Biglin.
Hank Biglin will run for Lloyd. Oh, we've got a meeting on the mound. Up, and we've got a reliever.
So with that, we'll be right back for the pitching change.
Pitcher.
And we are back here in Richland for
Boston pitcher from first base to third. Now pitching, replacing Justin Peralta.
For the pitching
defensive
change.
Alignment number 27, Chip Clooney.
and now the mound is Chip Clooney.
Yep,
Final pitch count.
they'll move Conroy to first, and they'll move the guy from first, who is
51.
playing first, over to third. So a couple of changes for EHT, but it is Chip Clooney coming into the game. Looking at his stats, he has a 5.25 ERA, 14 Ks on 7 walks, has hit 2 batters. He's pitched the second most amount of innings. Oh, sorry.
Let's see what Higley by Hank Bigland, and as the ball will go into center field, he will steal to third too.
Clooney's thrown is tied for second most innings thrown on the team. He's thrown the second most amount of pitches. Lucky play there on the pop from Williams. Couldn't get to second base in time. And it slips through the glove into the outfield and moves Bigland over to third. Runner in scoring position with only no one away.
Here's a pitch. It'll be a chopper to third, and Childs will be out on the ground out.
That's a smart play by the third baseman. He stays there for a bit to hold Bigland, then makes the play at first to get out Childs.
Right fielder Ethan Soupy.
Up now is Soupy.
Yep, Soupy's up. RBI chance for him. The Childs chops it to third. Big at bat for Clooney. This is a tough position to come into. Come into the game and your first pitch gives up the runner to third.
Here's how the pitch. I think it'll be a strike, wild pitch, but looks like Bigland will stay. With
Bigland on base, I mean, obviously that's a tough play to judge where that ball is going to bounce when it hits in the dirt, because that had a bad bounce for EHT. If he had gotten a good hop on that, he could have come home, I think. But you never know where that hop's going to go, and it shoots out off to the right, and Bigland didn't have the hop and stayed.
Clooney kick, steals. It'll be a swing and a miss right there.
Yeah, that lefty arm is nasty, especially against another lefty like Soupy. 0-2 count, 1 away. Right fielder Ethan Soupy.
Here's how the pitch. It'll be outside of her ball. And here goes Bigland. He goes in. Wild pitch, throws at Soupy. I think Bigland will score.
Well, it's the wild pitch. You saw the catcher Williams setting up outside. So you knew it was going to be an outside pitch if you're Bigland. Slips out of his glove. He drops it towards the Hermits dugout, and then the throw home was errant. For a second, I thought they would have gotten him at home. Well, the Hermits will score a run. Now it'll be bases cleared for Soupy.
Here's on the 1-2. It'll be low for a ball. He's now 2-2.
So far, a lot of balls in the dirt from Clooney.
Is that a 2-2? Be a swing and miss, strike 3.
Yeah, he does have a nasty pitch. So it'll be Arachi up to bat.
Shortstop Joey Arachi.
Base is cleared, 2 away. Hermits have gotten 1 in this inning, so it's a 4-1 game.
Here's the first pitch. We have popped up, and looks like it will be caught in right field.
Another ball roped, but the outfielder's under it.
Yeah, but the Hermits get 1 in that inning, now lead 4-1. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th.
1 run. Cagna.
And we are back here in Richland. Still Wilkinson on the mound with 73 pitches. We are now in the top of the 5th.
Cagna, the lefty bat. Whew, he smoked one to right center field down the power alley for a homer. His first at bat of the game.
Here's a pitch.
Oh, no.
It will be a
No way he
deep
does
drive
two.
again in the left field, but this time it is a flyout.
If he gets I think Lloyd just did the same thing I did. You know, if he gets another at bat,
First baseman.
I really hope he doesn't get contact
Conroy.
like that again, because we're kind of lucky he didn't get all of that one, or else that would have been gone.
Now it's Jack Conroy.
But an easy first out for Wilkinson. Only one pitch thrown.
Here's the pitch.
You know, it's interesting. Some Hermits football alums have been doing some good stuff lately. We see Isaiah Rake signed a UDFA contract with the Tennessee Titans. Trey McClear signed, moving from St. Francis, which moved down to D3. He signed with Monmouth just today.
Is that the pitch? Oh,
So shout out to
Midway now.
them. Hermits football alum doing some great stuff at the next level.
how do you feel about the Bears draft, Pete?
Well, as a Bears fan, I didn't like a tight end at number 10 when he isn't even the best tight end in the class. But I think, and now this is on record, so of course when he turns into the next Travis Kelce, I'm going to get flamed by my friends. But I think he's going to be good. I just don't think he's going to be that great.
Here's that 3-0, and it'll be a 4-pitch walk.
4-pitch walk after the first out. Not what you want if you're Wilkinson. He's done a good job so
Second
far.
baseman, Eli
Only real
Casey.
damage on 3 hits was the he gave up. He had bases loaded, got out of it, and he gave up the homer. That's about it. We got the manager is out again. I don't know what he's talking to the ref about though.
The ump. Come on.
Sorry. I always thought it was stupid. They think they're like better than any other referee. They're just a referee. I don't like that. I know it's traditional and all that, but they're umps. Or they're refs, sorry. Glorified refs.
I said point by accident the other day while talking about baseball, and my friends said, "What are you talking about?" So that's why
That does annoy me though. They're not points, they're runs.
Okay, so it's double standard now.
I'm picky and choosy. So it's Eli Casey up to bat, the second baseman. He's got a runner on first, one away. Tanzola's in the bullpen for the Hermits. Should see him if Wilkinson gets himself into any more trouble.
Here's on the 1-0. He's in there for a strike.
Though he has looked very good today.
Tansel, still the Hermits kicker. You know,
Shout out to
not
my
sure-
special teams buddy.
well, I'm not sure what they're going to do at punter next year. Let's see. The pitch there up high for
It'll be Tans. I've talked to some of the coaches, and I've also talked to him. He's going to punt as well, but mainly a kicker. But he's going to take care of that duty. But right now he's focused on baseball. I've talked to him quite a bit about their season and what's going on with the team. Seems pretty confident they can win the Cal, make a run at both of the other tournaments.
As there's a chopper. There's one. Arachi throws it first. He'll be safe at first.
Well, it's a nice idea from Weingartner to get the lead runner out and not let somebody go to second. They try to turn 2, and that's risky. I don't know if I agree with that. Throwing it back to the pitcher
For Justin
towards
Peralta.
first to try and get 2.
Number 33.
I mean, granted, I'd rather have that guy at
Schooling camp.
first than a guy at second.
We've got Nick Schollingcamp. EHC dugout didn't sound like they thought that was pronounced correctly.
There's a pitch. Away for one.
There's a
There's a 1-0.
As a guy from EHT, I must say, I don't really know many kids that go to EHTHS. It's kind of disappointing, to be honest.
There's a pitch. That's low.
Whenever
I think it's 2-0.
we play them in any sport, and I'm always looking for a name I know. But between basketball and baseball, I've never seen a name I've known. I've known a couple of the baseball kids, but I never really know a name that I'm like good friends with.
That pitch is 2-0.
Oh,
They're going to play, and he will be out at
Bang.
first. Good play there by DJ Lloyd to get the
Wilkinson
third
gives
out
his
right there.
appreciation.
So with that, we will head to the bottom of the fifth. Now Hermits still lead 4-1. We'll be right.
Inning.
We'll be back now
Second baseman Brady
for the bottom of the fifth
Jackson.
inning. Up now is Brady Jackson for the Hermits. Still on the mound now is Chip Clooney. The kick steals, gets the pitch. It'll be there for strike one. Here's the 0-1 approach. Swing and miss, strike two. Now what you want your Jackson here? I mean, down 0-2 early in the count right now.
Well, I arrived back from my trip to the trash can, which is very inopportunely placed way away from any
It's a pitch. It'll be low.
semblance of home plate. I did get to take a look into the bullpen, which is down on that left field line for the Hermits. Tanzola's down there, but it looks like Jack McNamee's also stretching out. He was doing some of the pitcher stretches, so I don't know what their plan is. Tanzola's still throwing, so I'm assuming he's going to come in for at least an inning.
Here's a pitch. Be low for a ball.
Which will be next. I don't know what they're going to do. Whether McNamee's going to be the closer and Tanzola's going to go one, what's going to go on. I think a lot of it depends on how much they score here, but some news.
Here's a pitch and swing and miss, strike three.
Yeah, strikeout pitcher is Clooney. That's his 15th on the season. It does seem like Mr. Rommel is looking to add a new trash can now, though, after learning that that's the closest one to home plate. Unless I am blind, which is very possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking a little walk. It's not that far.
Yeah, well.
Here's complaining a little bit.
And my legs are very sore. Leg day yesterday.
Well, I'm the one who's been staying this whole time. It's a pitch, and it's low for ball one.
I wasn't complaining. He just asked me, and we had a conversation about it. I did not bring up the conversation. That's all that matters.
Here's now the 1-0. Up high. Makes it 2-0.
One away. Hermits have a 4-1 lead off of 4 hits.
Here's now a 2-0 pitch. It'll be inside and low.
Yeah, don't want a 4-pitch walk here if you're Clooney.
If you're Weingarten here now, would you swing?
No.
Wow, you're really picky and choosy today. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for strike one.
Now I swing if I'm Weingarten.
Okay.
I wanted to see one because Clooney hadn't thrown anywhere close to the strike zone in this at-bat. So if you have got a guy that's not throwing anywhere close to the strike zone, yeah, I'm going to lay off of it. That means there's a chance he's not going to throw close again.
It's a pitch. Be short ground to third, and Weingartner will be out at first.
Nice play from the new third baseman, who subbed in for Peralta.
Center fielder, Marco Christopher.
Now Marco Christopher.
2 away. No one on base for Christopher. My phone's about to die. It's a shame. Should have charged it during school. I'm sure my parents will be happy about that one.
Here's the pitch. Swing and miss, strike one.
I doubt he's listening, but if my dad is listening, I'd like to give him a happy birthday wish. His birthday. It is his birthday. Same age as Tom Brady now.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Up high for a ball. 1-1 now.
Christopher will dig in. 1-1 count.
Clearing out kick, steals his pitch, and it will be popped up at the shallow right field. Shallow center field, and it will be a flyout. Looks like that will be the third out now.
1-2-3 inning.
For the Hermits in the pitch.
Hermits still lead 4-1. We'll be right back.
Pitch. Top half of the sixth inning.
We are back down for a top of the sixth inning. Up down on the mound for the Hermits is Luke Tanzola.
Yeah, Tans has thrown 54 pitches this season. Through 2 1/3. He's given up 6 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He has hit a batter. Tans has played also some right field this season in relief of Gabe Gillespie when he got hurt. Shout out to him. He's my kicker buddy over for football, starting varsity kicker. One of the few dual sports athletes who have a chance to play both in college, should he wish. Be on the mound now.
Here's that pitch by Tanzola. Will be a chopper foul.
Nice speed on that pitch.
A great catch there by Coach Nay.
It was, yeah. Standing on the edge of the dugout, barehanded it.
Almost like he played baseball before.
Almost.
Here's the 0-1. Up high for a ball.
Shout out to Not Your Average Wiener once again. the hot dog truck over behind home plate. Got me a hot dog. It's very good.
It's a pitch. We had
Whoa.
chopper foul.
Yeah, well, if there's no fence there, I'm making that catch, throwing it back to second on the dime.
No, I don't know why you flinched here. It was a slow ball to the fence, but
Man, I was getting ready to make the play. I don't know what you're talking about. I was throwing that right to second, right back to the pitcher, I should say.
okay. Here's the 1-2 now. It's pitch, and it's in there for strike 3.
Wow. Yeah, good curveball by Tans. Catches him looking.
Third baseman Austin Fisher.
Up now it's Austin Fisher.
Ready bat. Want to win in the 6th, like we said. I think McNamee's still back in the bullpen. Not sure.
Here's a pitch. A pop foul.
They're going to call heads. Again towards the truck. If one hit Coach Rick Moriello's truck, I don't know if he'll be happy, but I think I would find it pretty funny. Shout out to Coach Rick.
It's a swing and miss right there. 2-2. Not sure how that's a shout out to Coach Rick when you say, you hope a foul ball hits the car.
It would be pretty funny. He has a rivalry with a lot of the football players. Good dude, though.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. And in there for strike 3.
2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for Tanzola. 1 backwards, 1 forwards.
Left fielder Dylan Salisbury.
Be Dylan Salisbury up to bat against Tanzola. He's thrown 7 pitches, gotten 2 outs.
Here's pitch by Tanzola. It would be foul tip. But it would be called by Lloyd right there. So it's still 0-1.
Hermits pitching has done a good job today.
He's at the 0-1. Too high. It's now 1-1.
Well, EHT looking to climb back in this one with 2-away, 1-1 count.
Here's a pitch, and it's in there for strike 2.
They'll need some 2-out magic to make it happen here in the top of the 6th. Otherwise, they'll be down to their last 3 outs. They're down to their last 4 now. Wilkinson went through 5, only giving up the home run to Cagna.
Pitch by Tanzola, too high.
That one was above his head. Was a breaking ball, though. Tanza looked to settle in.
Here's a pitch. It'll be away. Makes the count full.
He looked for the strikeout pitch here. Throwing fastball or breaking ball here, Enrico?
I'll go fastball. Why not? Here's pitch by Tanzola. It looks like it will be a fastball. And fielded by Jackson. He will get there in time, and he will get the out in time.
3 up, 3 down for Tanzola. We head to the bottom of the 6th.
Hermits lead 4-1. We'll be right back. We're back down in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Leading off
Clooney
for the
still on
Hermits,
the
about
mound
half
for
the sixth
EHT.
inning. Left fielder Joe
Left-handers
Peacock.
showed some good pitches today. Be Joe Peacock climbing back in. He had a huge double way back in the third inning to give the Hermits 2 run. That was a 2-run double. Gave them that huge cushion.
Here's that pitch by Clooney. It's away for a ball.
4-1 game here. Hermits will look to add a little bit more reassurance for either Tanzola or we did see McNamee is pitching a little bit. Whichever one of them is going to pitch.
Bit of swing and miss right there. Makes it 1-1. If I were Hermits, I'll keep Tanzola and save McNamee for Diamond Classic.
He looked all over.
Exactly.
Even if you don't save McNamee for the Diamond Classic, you can let him pitch tomorrow.
Here's not a pitch. It'll be lined out foul. Makes it 1-2.
Bersani on deck.
Today, also Hermits lacrosse at 7 o'clock away at Haddonfield. Also, Hermits volleyball today played at Hamilton. I'm not sure what the score was.
They begin at 5:15, so they began late, so they're probably only through the first set.
There's a pitch. Drop by a shortstop, and Peacock will be out.
Good play by the shortstop. Good throw. Obviously, he had a little bit of trouble fielding it cleanly, but he gets the throw over there towards the first baseman. No harm, no foul. Get Peacock out. But yeah, Hermits volleyball, they've been great this season and only one loss to a great Absegami. Oh, they have two. Excuse me. To good Absegami and Pleasantville teams. Those three will probably be, as well as EHT, will probably be the ones competing in the Cal Championship later this year. Hermits looking to add the first volleyball hardware ever to our cabinets. Shout out to my guys on the team. I miss it.
Here's the pitch. It will be there for a strike 1. Also, Hermits lacrosse today at Haddonfield. Starting the season 8-1. They've been off to a great start. Only losing to Westtown, PA. Besides that, they've done a great job beating CBA. This ball hit. Called by shortstop, and he will make the out.
Yeah, shortstop ranged back. Shades of Dansby Swanson, the way he ranged back. I don't know. It's something about his movements. Gave me Dansby Swanson vibes. Anyways, Hermits lacrosse. I know there's going to be a lot of fans there from Haddonfield. From what I hear, they're bringing a fan bus. They're taking, or I guess it's a home game. But they're having a lot of fans out. They're taking it very seriously. You know, for a lot of these Hermits teams, especially some of our spring sports like lacrosse, this is the Super Bowl for every other team that gets to play them. So every game's important for the Hermits.
Yeah, especially since they had that win against CBA as pitch there is high for ball 1. Had a win against CBA, beat Rumson Fairhaven. They've been off to a great start, and proving why the teams up north cannot forget about the Hermits in lacrosse. They've been doing a great job all year. Excited to see how the season moves on.
And this is the last group of Hermits that will have been around to see that state championship. The only Hermits lacrosse state championship for a great program, probably the best in South Jersey history in lacrosse. It's just so hard to beat those northern teams.
To a pitch. We'll be there for strike 1.
It's so hard to beat those North Jersey teams, but they get that state championship in 2021. I was in Disney for it. We watched it in Disney. That was my freshman year, so now we're all seniors, but they still remember, and they've got some senior leadership that was on that team and was in Del Barton, I believe. That smoked.
It's a hit now, and it looks like it will be an out, caught in left field. So with that 3 up, 3 down, we will head to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back. Hermits lead 4-1.
Pitch count for Clooney, 30. Harbor Township at the
And we are back now for a top of the
Center
seventh.
fielder
Still on the
Mike
mound is
Baxter.
Luke Tanzola.
I don't know if this is a save situation for Tans. I don't know the exact rolling and scoring. I'm not exactly a scorer. I have to ask Mr. Morris for that, but I'm going to count it as a save for Tans, mainly because he's a good friend. I want to give him the stat.
Well, we'll find out.
It's a situation
after
though.
the game.
Yeah, we'll have to go out and ask whether it even was.
Is that a pitch? Oh, it'll be fouled off.
Good contact in the sense that he was all over that pitch, but fouls it into the rugby field. Rugby's done practice, it seems, so no harm, no foul. Get it? It was a foul ball.
I was swinging this right there, Pete. Here's that 0-1.
Uh-oh.
It'll be a chopper, and Tanzola will get there in time to get the out. A great play there by Weingarten fielding.
Yeah, I saw nobody covering
Right
first, and I was
fielder
concerned
Chris
for a second,
Ford
but Tans
the
got
third.
over there and made the play. Good play by Weingarten to go over and make the play. Sometimes, I was watching a video on Instagram or something of a first baseman that just let the ball by him, because that first baseman don't, sometimes they don't want to come off the bag. Weingarten's not that type of guy. He comes off the bag and makes the play. EHT down to their last 2 outs.
Here's that a pitch. I think they're for strike one.
Off-speed pitch finds the zone.
That's number 19, Max Bunsby.
Coming in as a pinch hitter.
0-1.
Oh, another good breaking ball.
Good take here by Busby.
I think that fell down for a strike. Busby?
Busby.
So it'll be Busby. 1-1 count.
Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Whew.
Bottom corner. Had some heat to it.
What a pitch right there by Tanzola.
Clips the zone.
1-2 now. Kick steals Tanzola, and it will be too high. 2-2 now.
The off-speed didn't break enough for Tans. Look to get him here. 2-2, 1 away. Clean day for Hermits Baseball so far.
Here's that 2-2 pitch. It'll be fouled off.
Wow.
Laser.
That one's going to be at midfield when it finally stops rolling.
Yeah, it looks like the 30-yard line.
We'll give him 40.
Maybe.
Just so it's closer to my original statement.
Here's that 2-2. And fouled off again. Maybe same spot.
Nah, too far right. That's into the batting cage. Well, he's staying alive. Start playing the Bee Gees.
Strike 2, Pete.
Hopefully I don't strike out.
Here's that 2-2. Yeah.
That's
Now makes a full count.
That's a good take. That's an enticing pitch to hit if you're Busby. Breaking ball when you're down to basically your last couple swings of the game as a pinch hitter. That's one that you're going to want to swing at, but he lays off, and that's a good layoff because it's going to fall in for a ball.
Here's the pitch. And it'll be low it for a ball.
Tanzola's going to walk him. Just setting up for the double play here. It's a right-handed bat, leadoff man.
Catcher
DJ Williams. Catcher. We'll get another go at it. He's got to find a way, according to the manager of
Is that a pitch?
PhD.
And it's low and away for a ball.
Well, I feel like every time I'm on here broadcasting a game with DJ Lloyd behind the plate, which is every game I announce, I say something, and I got to say it again. He is one of the best defensive catchers in South Jersey.
Is that a pitch?
The way
It's low for a ball.
he's very good at blocking the ball when it's in the dirt. You don't see a lot of steals on him. You see a lot of good throws. He made the out at first base a couple innings ago. He's a very good defensive catcher. He's shown that here today again. That's why he's going to Old Dominion.
Here's that 2-0 pitch. High. Makes 3 now.
Well, Tans is going to want to settle in here. He's thrown, I think, 4 or 5 consecutive balls, I should say. Had command when he was doing those first couple innings.
Here's that 3-0 pitch by Tanzola. It's in there for a strike.
There you go, Tans. Got throw a couple more strikes.
3-1 now. Here's the pitch. It'll be low for a ball.
Spiked it. So, runners on first and second in a 4-1 game. Both men were walked. And Coach Nail come out to have a chat with Luke. I don't know if he's pulling him. Well, maybe it is because McNamee's up in the, well, not the bullpen, but he's up in the dugout walking around. I don't know if he's looking to grab his glove. He came back from the bullpen and was sitting down because they were leaving Tans out there. I don't know if he thought he was going to come in, and he's not. This is just a mound meeting to talk to Tans. Although they are going to send Jack Mack down to the bullpen.
Probably just keep him warm, just to be safe.
I like that move. So Tanzola will face the lefty. Can't get a number on him.
It's like Jay Cogna.
It's Cagna. Wow,
Cagna.
He's been good. I was hoping we wouldn't have to see him again. He hit the homer, the solo run for
That pitch.
EHT.
And there, strike one.
Runners on first and second. He is the tying run.
Here's that 0-1. Tanzola kicks, deals.
Did he go?
I think.
Nope.
Nope, it'll be 1-1 now.
That's a good call by the ump. I don't think he went. Good check swing from Cagna. Said the Canisius commit. I can't never pronounce that school.
Here's that 1-1 pitch. Too high. Makes it 2-1 now.
So Cagna. Dig back in, lefty bat against the righty pitcher. That's Tanzola.
Here's 2-1 pitch. Tanzola is popped up.
That's fair. Foul,
Looks
sorry.
like it will be going foul, and
Wow.
he will get over there to catch the foul ball. Great play there by Soupy right there to make the out.
Soupy, not the usual right fielder. He's going to get a round of applause from this Hermits crowd, as he should. Ranging into foul territory, reaching out with the glove, making the play.
I'm not sure if they saw who was out, because it was like a late reaction by everyone here. It's a great catch right there by Soupy.
Great catch by Soupy. And EHT's down to their last out. Runners on first and second.
Now it's Conroy.
He started the game as the pitcher.
Here's the pitch. And it hits him.
He's plunked.
Base is loaded now.
Uh-oh. We've seen bases loaded before in this game. Remember, in the second inning, they got none out of it when they had one out, and it was Andrew Wilkinson had to fight his way out of that. He went through 5 innings, only giving up a run on a bomb from Cagna. Tanzola went through the 6 scoreless. Now he has this jam to get out of.
Now Eli Casey.
All men on base have been walked or hit.
Here's the pitch. And there, strike one. Now I think this could be a safe scenario for Tanzola.
I would agree with that.
Here's now the 0-1. Too high for a ball. 1-1 now.
EHT dugout's into it. Sensing something, maybe. McNamee's the man in the pen. Tanzola's on the mound.
Just had the 1-1 pitch. Popped up.
It's a blooper.
Looks like it might be in the middle. And it is caught by Arachi. He will
Good
get
catch
that
by
out.
Arachi.
And the Hermits will get the win here. Richland, the Hermits win 4-1 against the EHT Eagles.
Well, yeah, Arachi making that last out, and that's pretty typical
No
of the
hits,
Hermits. That's how they played today. A lot of great
bases
defense,
loaded.
great pitching. Got out of a couple of tough jams. EHT's hitting wasn't clutch enough, and the Hermits will walk away with a win as they head to play EHT tomorrow at EHT.
For the last time today, I'm Ring Bob Jr. alongside
Peter Burns.
the last time here. Good night, and go Hermits.